Here's a list of my top 10 video games of all time. Appreciate the question, Josiah. If you're not already following Josiah, go follow him. He's a legend. And appreciate you all for 10K. Keep in mind, this is my personal ranking based on enjoyment alone. This was extremely difficult to come up with. And I tried to keep this one entry per franchise because there are just so many good games and so many good franchises. But let's jump in. So in 10th place, I have Infamous 2. I completely adore the Infamous trilogy, but 2 is my favorite of the bunch. Cole's story is just so good. I love the decision makings in these games, and the gameplay is fun as crap. I do not recommend the evil ending to this game. It is depressing. At number 9, I have my favorite Mario game of all time, Super Mario Galaxy. I just replayed this again recently, and man, is it masterful. The atmosphere, the score, the mechanics, it's completely unmatched. Must play. At number 8, I have Super Metroid. I have to pay my respects to the OG because I am such a fan of Metroidvanias, and this game started it all for me. Highly recommend if you haven't played. In 7th place, I have Uncharted 4. For a lot of people, Uncharted 2 would probably be above this, which is valid. I have no problems with that. But this just wrapped up Nathan Drake's story so well. The graphics are insane, and the gameplay and set pieces are just amazing. Beautiful ending to a phenomenal franchise. Now in 6th place, I have Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Truth be told, I think I like Majora's Mask just a little bit more than this, but this game is literally a masterpiece. I definitely debated subbing this out for Breath of the Wild. Again, valid if it is. But something about this story is just magical. And to me, this story resonates a little bit more with me than Breath of the Wild, which is why I put it a little bit above. In 5th place, I have easily my favorite indie video game of all time, Hollow Knight. This is a requirement if you have not played this game. The animation's incredible. The boss battles, the combat, the daggum score is just perfection. A legendary video game. And in 4th place, I have my favorite From Software title, Bloodborne. Look, I could go on and on about this game. To me, From Software has yet to match the atmosphere that is built in Bloodborne. Insane with the trick weapons, completely unmatched. I love this nightmarish world, and the bosses are just something out of hell. And in 3rd place, I have BioShock Infinite. And a lot of people love the first game more than this, which is perfectly fine for me. But I just cannot help how this story affected me. I was so freaking invested, and I must have beat this game, no joke, probably 9 or 10 times. I love the combat, the story, and it has incredible DLC. I highly recommend the entire BioShock franchise. And number 2 is The Last of Us. There is yet to be a game in which I have felt so attached to characters like I have Joel and Ellie. This game is a 10 out of 10 perfection start to finish. You cannot change my mind. And in number 1, I have God of War 2018. This story and this journey is just told masterfully and is backed up by some brutal combat. I've played God of War literally since the PS2 era. I just loved seeing him go from the rageful man that he was into this grieving father with a son. Again, legendary video game. Let me know your favorites.